Hi. Hi. Can you guys hear everything? Slash see everything? No? They say they can.
Where do I go?
Did you get redirected? No. Well, I think you gotta come in here if you want to find out, because I got people in the chat. Hey guys. What's going on? Jess is coming in.
No, but I don't want to be on it. I just want to see how to get it.
They can hear you, though.
Oh, sorry,
It's supposed to redirect automatically.
Okay. I'm just going to reconnect.
We didn't get redirected, but went back to the channel and clicked on the new live stream.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let me drop a link. I'm going to drop a link real quick. Friends. Center Beach Dog YouTube. Very cool. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, I found it. I don't want
Center Beach Dog live stream. Copy link. I'm putting it back in the other video now. I'm gonna be right there. Hold on. Oh, never mind. I can't. Okay. What do you guys want to talk about? Ask me a question. Sabodo SMP. Thanks for posting me on your Insta story. Lamo 10 year show is very good. You didn't. Oh my god. Do you guys think I should answer this phone call? I'm not gonna answer it. Would you play Ireland on a Europe tour? Hopefully the next time we go over there, we will play Ireland. But it's a little difficult to do because you have to take a ferry or a plane. And you have to get all of your gear there. And it costs a lot of money. And it already costs a lot of money to go overseas, so it's kind of hard. But we're trying to do it. Okay. Yeah, we would really love to tour all of Europe. But supposedly promoters don't want to book us over there because they think we're going to be really upset when not that many people come to the show. But we know that not that many people are going to come to the show, so it's totally cool. But yeah, I don't know. Write a letter to your local rock club promoter. My favorite cousin, Rebecca Hurwitz, is in the chat right now. Hi, Becca. You are definitely one of my favorite cousins. Okay, let's see. Song you sing differently during shows than on a recorded version. Actually, just on this tour that we did in May, our new sound engineer, James, recorded all of our sets. And every day after we played a show, I would listen back to how we sounded. And I realized that I was singing most of our songs really differently than I do on the record. So I've become a lot more conscious of it. But it's been nice to actually think about it. Do you get upset when people ask you to sign Mobo stuff at your shows? Some people will get worried they could be disrespectful. I don't mind signing anything modern baseball related. Or, I don't know, talking about music or whatever. Yeah, just don't, tell me to do anything. But yeah, I totally don't mind. It's cool. It's a big, really big part of my life. And Ian's life, for that matter. Um, Saw you in NC at the Grey Eagle when I was there the other day, or with the band. Will you ever release new merch? Yes. We were just talking on the phone the other day about how we're trying to get better at actually having merch in stock and having new merch on a regular basis. So we're working on it at HQ. Let's see. If we are a promoter in our city, who do we reach out to book? You can go on our website. Our booking agent's on there. Favorite album of all time. Actually, just last night, I was telling Jess that I put on, nobody's going to like this, but Nighthawks at the Diner by Tom Waits. I always listen to when it starts getting cold outside. And I put it on a couple nights ago when I was making pizza. And I said quietly to myself that I think it is actually my favorite album of all time. Where is Ian Farmer Doe? I think he's in Florida, or he just got back. He was playing bass in Max Stern's band at the Fest. What was your favorite place to play on the UK tour? Glasgow was really good. Glasgow was great. That was so nice. London was really good. Do you like stuffed crust pizza? I don't like any stuffed crust pizza that I've had yet. But maybe. I have 6 Tom Waits CDs. That's awesome. I think I have some Tom Waits CDs right here. There we go. Oh, just closing time. This is from my car. Jess is trying to get me to throw away my CDs.
I know.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh, I got this Pooch's tape too. This is an old tape from James, who plays in US Highball now, who came on our Euro tour. He used to play in a band called the Pooches that would play with Modern Baseball sometimes. But Calvin, who's also in James' new band, US Highball, has been doing a lot of posters and t-shirts and artwork for us. So, strong connection to US Highball, who are also from Glasgow, which is also just the best place. So everything's good. I only know about Tom Waits because of Shrek 2. Was Tom Waits in Shrek 2? Can you let me know what's up with that? Let's see. Did Lewis really teach you how to play guitar? Yes. Lewis lived on the street over from mine, and he had his dad got him a red BC Rich Warlock, the one with the pointy parts, and I would go over to his house and he would teach me how to play, I think he taught me like Back in Black and one other AC/DC song. And I never really listened to AC/DC again, but he taught me how to play power chords, and we would ride our bikes around and mow people's lawns and listen to ICP and stuff. Good luck on your Latin exam tomorrow. I hope you do great. He did have no middle name. In class, when they had the attendance list, it would say Lewis, and like it would say mine would say like Jacob S. Ewald. I won't say his last name, but his said Lewis N.M. and then last name, and the N.M. was for no middle. Favorite Canadian band? Neil Young. Who do you hate most in this world? I don't know. Who is worst party ever? You guys were talking about them like the whole time in the live stream. It's an album?
I think so.
Let's see. Shout out to Lewis. How do you feel about yoga? I think yoga's dope. Last winter, Jess and I did like a yoga
Yoga with Adrian.
commitment. Yeah, we did yoga with Adrian every day for like a couple months, and it was kind of like the worst part of the day because we never wanted to do it, but it did make us feel really good. But now I do every morning. I stretch when I wake up, and a lot of my stretches are just a combination of things I learned from yoga with Adrian and things I learned from being on the track team in high school, and it's really nice. It makes a big difference in my brain and body. Do you like The Office? Yes. Watched The Office many times. Have you been to Used Kids in Columbus? Yeah, I think I played at Used Kids one time, many years ago, on one of the first Slaughter Beach Dog tours. I think I played their acoustic before a show or something. How old are you? I'm 29 years old. I'll be 30 in February. You were there at Used Kids. That's awesome. Very cool. Ooh, I have a major food recommendation for when you go to Vermont. Please tell me what it is right now. Is it in Burlington? In the meantime, yes, I can confirm I'm a huge fan of the Slaughter Beep Dog meme page. But I will never follow the meme page, but just for fun. It's just a bit. What do you do for money between touring? I get royalties from records, Slaughter Beach Dog Records and Modern Baseball Records, which rocks. Thanks, Lamo Records. Where did the dog part of Slaughter Beach Dog come?
Great question.
Great question. It was originally just Slaughter Beach, but there was another band called Slaughter Beach, but they didn't look like they were doing very much, so I just added the dog with the plan of dropping it when they broke up, but I don't think they ever broke up. Were you born in PA? No, I was born in Tacoma Park, Maryland.
Thank you, Mollard.
Mollard?
Somewhat. That's not.
Oh, and Jess out here for taking the best photos for probably good money. That's what's up. You can't afford Jess, dude. Just kidding. How often do you help record and produce other bands? I haven't recorded any other bands in a pretty long time. I used to do it relatively often, but I don't do it very much at all anymore. But I have sometimes been doing song workshopping with people who come to record at the studio. Like, they'll send me their songs before they go in to record with Ian or Zach or Ethan, and we'll, like, talk about the structures and the lyrics and melodies and stuff and exchange some notes. And I do really enjoy doing that, because that's kind of all I do now. Enjoyed seeing you getting into Bill Evans. Yeah, dude. There's not really a story. I was always hearing his name, and I knew that he was like a really serious head. And I've been slowly getting into more jazz stuff for the last like few months. And Logan Roth, who's been playing keyboards with us for a few months, recommended a couple of Bill Evans' trio records to me, and I picked some up when I was in North Carolina a couple weeks ago, and I've been listening to him like pretty much every morning, and it's great. It makes me feel really good. I really love it, and he's really fucking good at piano. So, shout out to Bill Evans. I recommend going on a walk near the lake at sunset in Burlington, the most beautiful sunset in the world, and there's a bar on the lakeside and a community boathouse. Sounds dope. Very cool. Would be really into a songwriting masterclass. Nice. I am a master, after all. I was talking about doing a songwriting workshop a couple years ago, but I kind of just got too busy. But definitely would love to do it at some point when the band's not so busy. But we are finally a busy band again. Do you like chatting, joking during shows? Kind of depends on the show. These days, I find that I don't have very much to say and kind of just really enjoy getting lost in like playing fucking guitar, which is cool. But if I'm feeling goofy, I'll definitely say a bunch of dumb stuff. Charlie Parker Joe Pass. Thank you for the rec. Shout out to Lamo turns 10. Lamo Records turning 10 years old, celebrating in Philadelphia on December 2nd and 3rd. I'm playing. Grab your ticks. Drive My Car was a great movie rec. Any other favorite movies? Best ugly cry movie, best feel-good movie. The other day I watched this Motown documentary called Hitsville USA on Hulu, and just cried through the whole thing. It was really powerful. I also watched this documentary called something like Heaven, Almost Heaven, Stranger Than Heaven. I forget. This dude did the art for the poster when it came out, and I had it on my list to watch for a really long time. But it's about the villages in Florida. It's a documentary about like retired people that live there, and it's really interesting and heartbreaking and beautiful and dope. What is Phil Elverum doing right now? Okay, positive response for the songwriting workshop. I don't have a P.O. box. Favorite microphone for your voice? A few years ago, Ian bought a fucking Neumann U67 for like $1 million at the studio, and it sounds amazing. But I also have this at home. I have a Sound Deluxe U195 that I really like the way it sounds on my voice, just for like stuff at home. It goes a pretty long way. Recommended, and it works on a lot of different stuff. I think that's mostly what a lot of Moonbase stuff was, at least for like the vocals and the acoustic guitars. How often do you play guitar? I used to not play guitar ever, which sucked, but now I try to make a point to play guitar most days and sing most days, and I feel much better about calling myself a musician. This is my home studio, but it's not. We just reorganized our house so that Jess and I can each have our own office, and this is my office now.
Because we hate each other.
Because we hate each other. I do love it, but I haven't done any. It's totally not ready to like do anything in, but I've been in here, and it's nice. How do I find time to write songs in college? Sometimes in college and in regular life, forever. If there's like stuff at least with me, if there's stuff I want to do and I don't have time for it, I kind of just have to do it and like deal with it later. Because I realize that if I don't, then I'll just worry myself into never doing any of it. Like with making time to play guitar and sing during the day. Because it's really hard to convince yourself that that's like a worthwhile endeavor. But if you don't do it, you're just never going to do it. So I don't have a favorite Pokemon. I'm a really big Alex G fan, for sure. I enjoyed the newest record, but my favorite is probably House of Sugar. Controversial opinion. I didn't see Algernon on the reunion tour, sadly. I think Ian might have. Kanye is off the fucking rails. We don't need to talk about it. I do like Faye Webster, but I haven't listened that much. But I really like that song. I Think I'm Funny, Haha, and some other songs. Oh, Big Band? Yeah, Jess and I were talking about trying to make Big Band into a TikTok trend.
It was my idea.
Jess's idea. I was just participating in the idea. But yeah, I love that song. That's like one of my favorite songs. Whenever I put it out, Eric texted me and he was like, "You know, this song's really mean, right?" But I really enjoy it.
Song slaps.
I think you gave me COVID, but I forgive you. I'm sorry. We also all got COVID. Jess, someone named Alpaca says hi.
What's up?
I play drums a lot less now, but I used to play drums a lot. I played drums on Birdie and Welcome and Motorcycle and all that stuff. I don't watch horror movies because I'm afraid of them, but I was just telling Ian the other day that I think I'm ready to get into some like classic horror movies. So toss me your classic horror recs in the chat. How long have we been doing this?
Just started.
I taught myself how to play drums, but I don't like have rhythm. So I would recommend learning drums from somebody who actually has like feel. But yo, Fodes in the chat, dude. What's up, Fodes? Our tour manager, Amanda Fodes, is in the group chat.
Someone asked a long time ago if you've ever broken a bone, and I actually don't know, so I'm curious.
Oh, I've never broken a bone. I've been injured. I've been to the hospital for stupid stuff, but I've never broken a bone. Is there wood?
There's a wooden window sign.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, Amanda, get them to Europe. Worst job you ever worked? I didn't really have to work that many jobs because we started a band that was popular really fast. But I did, there was a summer where I worked at this Italian restaurant that was really terrible. And I was always like, I have all these vivid memories of like cleaning the urinal after the owner would come in and like make comments about my cleaning, and I would be like cleaning his pubes out of the urinal. It was really disappointing. My favorite Philly bar is the Fountain Porter, but I never get to go there.
Someone asked if baldness runs in your...
Baldness does run on my mom's side, which I think is the side you're supposed to get, but...
Johnny Wald's got a full head.
Yeah, I seem to have the same hair as everyone on my dad's side, who has hair that looks exactly like this, and it just turns white with time. I have a cowboy hat in the other room. How often do you drink coffee? I haven't drinking coffee in a really long time. I've been off the sauce, but I just recently started drinking like decaf pretty regularly again. So, crucify me. Thoughts on being a Pisces? I don't know. I don't know how it is any other way. The inspiration behind Petersburg, I think I wrote Petersburg after I read like the first 150 pages of The Idiot, and then I gave up. But I got a song out of it. A 1.5-minute long song. Nick Drake definitely rocks. In theory, I love baseball, but every time I try to follow it, I get bored or forget to watch. Or that kind of thing. The cat's name is Maud. I'm anti-carpet, pro hardwood floors. Let's see. Inspiration for Intersection was being really upset. We didn't. What did we do on Halloween? We didn't do anything.
I worked, I think.
Yeah, we just worked on Halloween. And no kids came to our door. I went for a run. Saw some people trick-or-treating.
Did you just comment about your dad
No. They said that Johnny Wellfell.
It says, one day 5 years ago, your dad just randomly followed me on Instagram after I tagged Celebrity Beach Dog in something, and I've been confused ever since. This is a family bit.
That's funny. I haven't really listened to Black Country New Road. Oh, actually, I think I kind of like that band. I always get them confused with Black Midi, who I've never really been into. But is Black Country New Road the one with like the violin and like the bunch of stuff going on? I should try that band again. Jonathan was the last song that I wrote for Moonbase, and it kind of just came out one night. Like I was packing up my stuff and had the melody, and just wrote it really quick and liked it. What's your fave chord and why is it 332010? That is my favorite chord. That's a C chord. We have an ongoing joke in the studio, but when we're working on a new song, it's usually in C. Because I'm basic. You look like Doug Dimmadome. Shout out to Doug Dimmadome. Favorite John Prine song. My friend Pete, who is another big John Prine fan, was just visiting us the other day, and he reminded me of a John Prine song that he turned me on to recently that I'd forgotten about. It's from a record that I never listened to, but it's called Lake Marie, and it's like kind of talky and hilarious and really nice. Lake Marie by John Prine, great track. Shout out to Pete. Do you remember the Snake Farm song? How could I forget? We all love Snake Farm. Shout out to Ray Wiley Hubbard for his contribution to the culture. That guitar is a 70s Yamaha that I got in New York last year. I think when we were doing those shows with Jeff Rosenstock, and I really love it. It's a great home guitar. Getting my SPD dad hat surgically attached to my head. I haven't spent much time with Sad Nerd yet, but it seems like they definitely have a really cool vibe. Definitely like the Mountain Goats. I drive a Toyota RAV4 hybrid practical vehicle. All right. How long have we been on here? WTF. Oh, 1:58. Half an hour. Very cool. I don't really listen to Tyler Childers, but he seems cool and very famous, which rocks. It's really cool to see somebody just like playing guitar, singing songs they wrote on a guitar, and doing that well. It's beautiful. Shout out to the 2001 Subaru Outback. Favorite fan interactions. Whenever I played a couple solo shows in July, we were just telling this story to Pete, and me and Jess were in Kingston at this park. We played a show in a park that was free, and at the end of the night, there was this girl who had bought some merch, and then she like left, and there were a bunch of other people buying merch, and I think like an hour went by, and the sun went down, and we were packing everything up, and the girl came back, and she handed me this bag of Cool Ranch Doritos that she had signed her name on, and she said, I went to the, what did she get from the gas station?
It was Doritos Cool Ranch.
No, but what did she go to the gas station to buy?
It wasn't that she went to buy anything. She came back to buy her friend merch, but like in the meantime,
Oh, yeah.
brought you.
She had gone to the gas station, but she returned to buy her friend some merch, and upon returning, she decided that she was going to give me this bag of Cool Ranch Doritos that she had signed, because she said, I just started playing guitar, and I want you to have this for when I'm famous. And I thought that was really funny, and I still have the bag of signed Cool Ranch Doritos in my glove compartment. That was my friend Maggie. It was Maggie. So take note. Anything, that's the bar for good fan interaction. Shout out to Maggie. Favorite Reese's moment was probably in Atlanta when we did the cake. Adam got Ian a secret birthday cake that he shoved a bunch of Nutrageous bars into. And we crowd surfed it into the crowd while we were playing the outro of 104. And there were all these people posting Instagram stories after the show of them like eating the cake off of the floor. And it was disgusting, but very cool at the same time. Modern Baseball played my basement in CT the day after New Year's 2013, and you guys were really cool. And then a couple years later, I went to a MOBO show, and you came up to me and said, "Hi, I love you, dude." I remember that show really well, particularly that somebody like crowd surfed by jumping off of a hot water heater, and I told my mom about it when we got home, and she thought that was like the most insane thing she'd ever heard. My name is Reese. Shout out to Reese, dude. I do love Townes Van Zandt. Big influence. Very cool dude. Well, pretty wild dude, but incredible songwriter and guitar player. Floor Cake was very good. Shout out to the Floor Cake. Favorite book this year? Just this morning, I finished a book for the first time in a while. It was called Distant Star by Roberto Bolaño, and it was pretty chill. It wasn't like a barn burner or anything, but it was very cool, especially for a shorty from Bolaño. I also, probably my favorite book so far this year, which didn't come out this year, is a collection of Gia Tolentino essays called Trick Mirror. It's really good. Made me think about a lot of stuff that I didn't really want to think about, but I'm very glad that she got me to think about it. Favorite Murakami book is probably Kafka on the Shore, or maybe the one with the sheep. I really like the one with the sheep, but I forget what it was called. Hi, Eric. Wild Sheep Chase. That's the one. That's the book. Wild Sheep Chase. Kaylee's in chemistry. Shout out to chemistry class. Me and my friend Nathan Diaz did a chemistry rap when we were in high school that is probably still on SoundCloud somewhere. You guys could definitely find it. What's an instrument you can't play that you would like to? I wish so badly that I was like forced to take piano lessons from when I was 5 years old. That's the main one. Shout out to Nathan Diaz at the Crystal Palace. Dude, did he come to the Crystal Palace ever? I didn't think we took him to a house show. I just remember my friend Nathan would come visit us and he would want to go to, like, he tried to get us to go to frat parties. Which, Eric, do you remember what the show was? Was it Attention? He was dressed like you. We put Jake clothes on him. Tips for getting more involved in your local DIY scene. Just go to shows. You gotta go to the show and show up and, like, talk to people like a nerd. You just gotta, like, say hi to people and be friendly. And if you are friendly, then it goes really cool. Damn, no memory of the show. Legendary gig, though. Right now, this is my favorite shirt. It's from Target. Jess has the same one. Was harmonica hard to learn? I think I'm still not very good at it. But I do feel a lot more controlled than I used to. It's really just a matter of, like, getting comfortable with it. Target. Shout out to Target. My favorite pair of shoes that I own are these Crocs that I'm wearing. These are my Crocs. You wouldn't download a car. You wouldn't download a purse. Why would you download a pizza? Industrial grade Crocs. What did
a tap tour?
I don't know. These are my tattoos. What did that guy say about the special Crocs? What was the word that he used?
Well, I remember when Max said, like, you don't even have these in
four-wheel drive. I did hear somebody say recently.
Your brother-in-law.
My brother-in-law, Max, was saying how some people wear their Crocs like this, but some people, have them back here, so your foot's really trapped inside. I was wearing my Crocs this way, and Max was like saying something about how cool they were.
So it's a toe mode.
And he was like, yeah, and you don't even have them in four-wheel drive, which is like assumed to be this, like you're locked in and you're in four-wheel drive, which I thought was fucking awesome. That's what's up with Crocs. Sport mode. Was there any inspiration or story behind Black Oak? The story was that I had the riff for a really long time and couldn't really come up with words that I liked for it. And then we learned it with the band and kind of had the structure. And then I just went out one day and walked around in Philly and made up the story. And then put it on there. That's pretty much it. Where's Maud? We should probably get Maud.
She's sleeping.
Oh, okay. You should check out this Norwegian band called The Lillos, specifically their album A Vega Dagger. Are they named after Don DeLillo? Never saw Mischief Brew. Have heard of Pat the Bunny. Pat the Bunny definitely was a topic of conversation when we first got to college. And definitely had some mad folk punks in the crew. Are you gonna... Oh, I was trying to figure out what's going on with Twitter. Is it gonna cost money now? What's this guy doing? What's your favorite song of Just Married? The whole thing. But probably me and Janine. Eric and Ian wouldn't stop talking about Pat the Bunny. I couldn't remember if you guys were pro Pat the Bunny or not. I thought Pat the Bunny might have been a little too grimy. Solo show in Bottom of the Hill. SF 2017. Shout out. That was a fun story. We were driving. It was me and Nick and Zach and Ian, and we were driving across the desert to like Reno, I think. Or no, we were like 40 miles outside of Reno in a rental E350, and something on the tire like exploded or like flew off of the van. And I think it was Ian who safely got us onto the shoulder, but then we had to like get towed 40 miles back to Reno, and Ian and Zach posted up like at a casino, and like the van wasn't gonna get fixed in time, so me and Nick got a rental car and drove to San Francisco and played a solo set. And it was a really nice, beautiful experience after a pretty crazy couple of days. Oh, Daphne Tunes. Shout out to Daphne Tunes. Yeah, they played in Austin with us maybe more than once. Boing. Great band. What songs do you like to listen to when you're sad? When I need to cry, I put on Blood on the Tracks, and I cry a lot. That's it. Pretty dependable. What's up with this emoji of the cat in the box? I've never seen that before, but it's making many appearances today. Favorite Wilco record might be, it's always changing, but right now I really like Being There. Ian lent me the like deluxe edition of Being There with all these like radio session recordings and demos and stuff, and a lot of times I'll just play like the third and fourth disc on it, which are just the radio recordings and the extra songs, and it's awesome. It's a great vibe. Highly recommended. Tips for not losing the plot when you write. Kind of not worrying about the plot. I feel like for me, the hardest part is getting ideas out and keeping ideas going. So the big challenge is just not judging myself as the ideas come or don't come, and like getting as much out as I can, and then kind of assembling the plot from whatever came out. I have in my possession the worst ever selfie of you from a show in Chicago in 2015. Can you share it?
You can DM it to...
You can DM it to J Flynn Photo on Instagram.
We love a bad selfie.
Is Glowing actually a cover? Yes. By the Super Weeks. Songwriting class. I would love to make that happen one day, but yeah, like I said, we just got a lot going on right now, and too busy to do it. But I would love to just not do anything for a year except do a songwriting class. I think I was telling Jess recently I would really like to do like a songwriting retreat where everybody goes to a place and we like have bunk beds and shit and like do I don't know.
Sorry, I can't help it.
And we just like hang out and work on songs and go on walks in the woods and meditate and like eat bananas and shit. That would be dope. So if anybody wants to come over, just kidding. Don't come to my house. Spitty starts a cult. I was thinking recently that I feel like at this point somebody could get me into a cult. Love bananas. Same. Are you going to save this stream? This stream? Are we going to save this stream? I think this will probably live here, unfortunately. Just kidding. He's good. Do you start with lyrics or guitar when writing a new song? It depends on the song, but for the last couple of years, I've had a lot of luck and felt really comfortable and enjoyed the experience of writing most or all of the lyrics before even thinking about music, and then doing the music. But lately, I've been trying to work on melodies more, and usually that means starting a song with a melody. So I'm always trying to do it, like mix it up and stay on my toes and get better at things that I'm not that good at. Because there's a lot of stuff that I'm not that good at. But yeah, kind of like to try everything. The Slaughter Beep Dog account can help you start a cult. You just have to follow. Very cool. Discord server. How was taking your TikTok username? It was great. It feels really good to have it. Shout out to Mal. Thanks for the handle, Mal. Show in Glasgow. That's what's up. Listening to this stream, I'm making a PB&J. You know what? I'm thinking about logging off because I'm fucking hungry. Even though I ate before this thing. But we've been on here for like almost 2 hours. Am I out of the loop, or are there 2 new songs in your recent live album release? What's the story behind that? I don't think they're new. They're probably covers. There's a Bob Dylan song and a Townes Van Zandt song in there. Do you still talk to the people in PUP? We don't like text or anything, but definitely see each other and have a great time when we see each other. Saw Nestor in Toronto pretty recently. Saw Stefan in Toronto kind of recently on that Jeff tour. Yeah. I probably see Zach most often because he was jumping in for Jeff when they play in Canada. But and guess what? I crashed at Steve's house one time for something that I forget.
It was for Nestor's wedding.
For Nestor's wedding. Great, folks. Can you tell Mo Chopra to come to Chicago for me personally? Yes. We'll definitely tell Mo to go to Chicago. Alright. I'm hungry. So let me know in the chat what I should eat for lunch. And I'm going to go eat lunch. Thanks, everybody, for fucking watching the thing and being in the chat. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for participating. This has been so fun. It's really nice to know that you're there. I don't think I have any pizza. A nice burger. I should plug that we're going on tour a bunch over the next couple months. Yeah, I'm going to drop the link in the chat where you can get tour tickets. If you're a fan of Motorcycle JPEG, we just repressed the vinyl again, so that's back in stock. From Laymo. You can look that up. And yeah, if anybody's curious about the Substack, you can also fucking hop on that. I'll drop the link to that. Highly recommended. Very fun. Phenomenal community activity. Get to hear new songs and old demos and stuff. And we talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and talking. See you at a show.